farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. I'm Melaine Wells. In your news headlines, many Wisconsin farmers saw precipitation events over the past week, and that included snowfall in areas. This delayed harvest, but it did improve soil moisture and winter wheat conditions. Cranberry harvest is now nearly wrapped up. Corn for grain, 81% harvested. That's 20 days ahead of the 5-year average. Soybean harvest also now nearly complete at 98%. Wisconsin farmers are establishing their cover crops now that harvest is nearly wrapped up for corn and soybeans. In some cases, those cover crops are used to break up compaction as their roots work through the soil. Other times, these crops add diversity to the land, adding to a rotation of traditional crops. As we hear from soil expert Jamie Patton, each farm will have a unique set of goals.
Everybody's looking for that recipe for conservation and for cover crops, and there really isn't one, right? We have to think about what are the conditions, what are my goals for this cover crop, and be very specific and design that system for that particular goal in that particular area.
To develop your recipe for successful cover crops, you need to see what is happening below ground.
So whenever we get in a soil pit, everybody's impressed with that topsoil, right? And so that's what we call that dark layer on the soil surface. Soil scientists will call it the A horizon. That's the area that's organic rich. And so that dark color, that brown, that black color you're seeing is coming from plant and animal remains and is coming from microbial remains. It's full of nutrition, right? That's where our plant nutrients are coming from. It's habitat for organisms. It is a food source for those organisms. So that's the key component of the soil that's providing life to this soil. So that's the A horizon. Typically the darker and the thicker we see, the happier we are, right? So the more the good stuff, quote unquote, we have, the better off we are. Underneath that, we had that very straight line. And so what we see, and Mother Nature typically doesn't put things in straight lines. And so what happened there is tillage over the years. So we use moldboard plows to open this land up, right? And it went at the same depth over and over, year after year, and that very straight line is the depth of that moldboard plow line. Even if we haven't even seen that moldboard plow in this field for 10, 20, 30 years or more, that straight line will occur.
But if you aren't hosting a field day event,
well, and we don't need a pit quite this big, right? So while this is lovely and we get to see a lot, you can learn a lot from a shovel. So excavating, a 1-by-1 hole, which we all can do, right? And then looking at that soil, looking at that structure. How does it break apart? Do we see plates? Do we see roots? Do we see organisms? Figuring out what's going on in various parts of our field and then developing that next step as to how we want to improve conservation.
According to a USDA survey, 49% of farmers use cover crops on their fields. In a move to meet its climate targets, one international airport is looking to roll out greener runways thanks to the help of a popular snack. Tina Kraus reports this story from London.
Crews at the busiest airport in Germany are paving the way toward a sustainable future in aviation, testing a new runway made from a surprising source. Those are cashew shells, toxic leftovers always tossed before they're sold. But it turns out the remnants of the popular snack are helping to produce greener asphalt. Engineers used an extract derived from pressing cashew shells to create organic bitumen, a twist on the petroleum-based material traditionally used in road construction. The CEO of the startup, B2 Square, says we looked at the material and wanted to recreate it differently, without crude oil and without a refinery. By blending the organic extracts with natural hydrocarbon resin, the company produced a new type of eco-friendly asphalt, said to be even more durable. The project head says we get a much higher quality from this type of material. It's the first time organic cashew-based bitumen has been used at an airport anywhere in the world, and creators say it just goes to show even the smallest ingredients can drive major change. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
Germany's Frankfurt Airport aims to achieve its goal of zero carbon emissions by 2045 at the latest, and they hope that these cashew shells will be an important building block on the way. Why do some feed cattle sell for more or less than others? That's just one of the questions producers can get answered at the upcoming Producing Quality Beef workshops, slated for 4 locations around our state in December and February. These workshops will feature a discussion with a cattle buyer about the type of cattle that have the greatest demand based on consumer preferences and even traits that add or lower feed cattle value. Participants will also get a hands-on lesson in assessing beef quality. We'll have a link to register in the Midwest Farm section of WeAreGreenBay.com. Still to come this morning, a local farm family has added a cheese brand to their portfolio. We will find out what makes Jersey Valley cheese easier for some people to digest. Welcome back to Midwest Farm Weekly. More than 50 years ago, Strockview Farms put down roots in Random Lake. Now the next generation is growing the business and adding a cheese brand. The owner stopped by Local 5 Live with details on why this cheese is easier for some people to digest.
We milk about 450 cows right now, 3 times a day. And pretty much somehow I got off the farm today. I don't know how I did.
I was going to say, well, special help there today.
That's right.
You have been very intentional with the breeding. For our consumers who are maybe not familiar, or maybe they are, let's talk about A2 and why that was the right choice for your herd.
Sure. So A2 is for like the lactose intolerant or the stomach discomfort people. And we were like, let's give it a shot, see what happens. And it'll be about 3 years in March, this coming March, that we've been doing it. And we've had 98% of people try our cheese, came back and said they were able to eat cheese again.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow. Yeah.
How long have you been making cheese?
Since it'll be 3 years in March.
It is 3 years.
Yep.
Okay. And where can we find your cheese? I understand you found some success in local grocery stores and things.
Our big one down by us in Sheboygan County is like the Piggly Wigglies. There's a few of them up here. I'm at Blossoms, the C-Mart, Woodman's. There's some of them up here. I'm trying to get more stores up here.
Yeah.
So,
Congrats.
Thank you.
Looking at the cheese, how many different varieties are you currently making, and what are some of your best sellers?
We have 10 different varieties right now, and our biggest ones are our pepper jack and our two-tone.
Okay, so you have these packaged very nicely in boxes. Can we do that for Christmas?
Yeah, these will be available online. I'm just waiting for the guy to finish putting it online for us. Nice. And they will be available for Christmas and hopefully all year round.
Nice.
And to do some cooking with it. You are sharing your recipe for cheesy potatoes. What do we already have in here?
We have the hash browns, the cream of chicken soup, and sour cream and onions.
Okay,
Easy.
what are we going to add then?
The A2 Jersey Valley cheese.
Okay. So is this cheddar?
It's cheddar, yeah. There's mild cheddar and two-tone that I have. I kind of mixed it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay.
I like how it looks. All right, so we're going to add the cheese in. How much cheese are we adding?
About like 2 cups, maybe a little more to make it cheesy.
Yeah, I never measure when I'm making cheesy
Me
potatoes.
neither.
I just throw in all the cheese.
The more the better. All right, so then it just goes into a greased 9x13?
Yep.
Okay,
and
or foil.
Or, yeah.
Because she's leaving that today.
And then you just put it in the oven with, you can either use Rice Krispies or cornflakes on top, crushed with butter, and then you just put it in the oven at 350 for about 45 to an hour.
With the crushed stuff on top already, right?
Yep.
I've never done Rice Krispies before.
I do if I'm in a pinch.
That's a great idea.
If I don't have cornflakes at home, well, yeah.
Now, so for people who don't need to eat, you know, with the dairy discomfort, do you hear from anybody that the cheese tastes the same as always, as other cheeses?
So a lot of them say it's a lot creamier than the other trees, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so even better.
Yeah.
And some of that might be due to the breed too, right? Jerseys are kind of known for
A creamier, yes.
a little extra in there,
Our
right?
milkman actually tells us when he pumps our milk that it takes longer to pump it because it's so much, the butter fat so thicker.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
What does it feel like when you see somebody, whether you're at a grocery store, I see you do little pop-ups for sampling, or somebody comes back and purchases again or says, gosh, I haven't had cheese in years and I can eat it. What does that feel like for you?
It feels awesome because it feels like we're making a product for those people that can enjoy it again. Because I am on this Facebook group and there's this one lady that says that she hasn't had it for 10 years and I'm like, order some, try it, let us know.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear.
You'll find a link to the Jersey Valley Cheese website in the Midwest Farm section of WeAreGreenBay.com. You can click on Find Our Cheese, or you can even shop online to place an order for delivery.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Matt Bruger. Matt, thank you so much for your time today.
Hi, Jeremy. Good to see you.
Yep. And tell me, first of all, what do you do?
I'm an agronomist with Tilt Agronomy and project manager for the Upper Fox Wolf demo farms.
Right.
Today we're looking at some different cover crop layouts. So we've got some plots here looking at different cover crop varieties, different cover crop species that we can use for after commercial crops.
Right. And, you know, it's not just winter rye, is it?
Nope, not just winter rye anymore. Lots of different options we have here. Just in this plot alone, we've got over 20 species. 20
species, yes. Amazing. And tell me a little about your involvement with the Upper Fox Wolf Demo Farm Network.
Yep, so as project manager, I work with a number of demo farms. We have currently 14 in the Upper Fox Wolf Demo Network. And we do plots like this, we do planting green, lots of different conservation practices to demonstrate viability and look at the pros and cons, economics of doing these kind of practices. In fact, this plot alone is replicated 3 times, once here in the Upper Fox Wolf Network and 2 other times in the Between the Lakes Network on the other side of Lake Winnebago in Fond du Lac County and Manitowoc.
And Matt, what is some of the unique layouts of these plots?
So what's unique about these plots is we've actually got multiple species kind of planted together. So we've got legumes and grasses and brassicas all planted together, and we're different combinations. We're looking at different ways these species interact and how they might be beneficial in a multi-species cover crop.
Right. And do you have it all figured out yet?
No, we don't have it all figured out. That's why we do these plots.
Right. Matt, thank you so much for your time.
Yep, thank you.
And now I'm talking with Dan Burst. Dan, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome.
And you are actually the demo farm for Waupaca County, correct?
Yes, I am.
Right. And, you know, you've been doing cover crops for a while, correct?
At least 10 years that
Right.
I've been into them.
And, you know, what's really neat about this event today is, you know, yes, you do cover crops for some of the soil characteristics, correct? But there's a little bit more, right?
Yep. Yep, so basically we're standing in this field right here now. This is basically fenugreek, 5 pounds of fenugreek, 10 pounds of fenugreek, 5 pounds of winter camelini, 2 pounds of crimson clover, and 2 pounds of red clover.
Right. And winter camelini, I didn't even know what that was until today. What is that?
It's basically an oil seed, and basically I guess they make jet fuel out of this when they make the oil. And I just planted it. I found it on Green Cover Seeds. We planted it, and it's really taken off. So this is something that we're really going to look into next year. And I planted 30-some acres at another land probably 2 weeks ago. And what I'm planning on doing that just before it frees up, I'm going to be planting winter pea into that too.
Right.
So, which I'm hoping that maybe, because this winter camelini will mine phosphorus out of the ground, and it's supposed to make it valuable for the next crop, which would either be corn or soybeans. And then the winter pea should produce nitrogen, which would help the corn for next year. So I'm hopefully trying to lower my input cost.
Right. So not only soil health, but you're trying to get something out of your cover crops for the next year's crop.
I mean, my goal basically is to try to make the soil healthier than when I moved here for the next generation, and increase organic matter. That's my #1 goal, is increase organic matter and have more earthworms in the soil.
Dan, thank you so much for your time today, and thanks for inviting me out to this field day today.
Thank you.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
Last weekend, we chatted with CoBank's lead dairy economist, Corey Geiger. He made the case that milk components matter more than milk production. You can see part 1 of that interview in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. But first, Corey, let's get a little recap on that conversation that you say we measure volume, but we don't always measure components, and you think we need to.
Yeah, since 1924, USDA has measured milk volume, actual pounds, but what's changed here since 2011, the component levels in milk, largely butter, fat, and protein, have grown a great deal, and it's really changing what milk is being delivered to manufacturing plants in the product yields.
Talk about how cheese and butter have specifically benefited from this movement.
Cheese is really transformative. We used to, if you ever did any work in dairy products, you'd learn that 100 pounds of milk makes 10 pounds of cheese, and you could see in that chart 2011, all of a sudden we started having this increase, and the new answers, 100 pounds of milk makes 11.4 pounds of cheese. So something that's never happened in our lifetime. That yield from milk on our farms, the average dairy farm in the United States has gone up almost 11%. For butter, it's even bigger. 4.4 pounds of butter come from 100 pounds of milk in 2010. Now it's 4.98. Let's just call it 5.
Okay.
So 13% improvement. So the milk off dairy farms is yielding more product that benefits manufacturers, and it's showing up in milk checks too.
How is this happening? Is it intentional on the part of the farmers? Is it through genetics? Is it our feed? Is it all of the above?
So butterfat is a little more complex. A lot of it's through feed. Half of it's kind of cow comfort, things like better forages, more digestible forages, and you can also feed cows some more fat in their rations and that. So that's one part of it. But the other part, and it's really big in protein as well, is genetics. So with the advancement of genomics, study of DNA, compared to the population, we can more quickly find the best cattle to breed the next generation. So really multiple parts going through this to transform milk.
Do you see that line on the chart continuing to go up? Are we going to continue to increase our components, or is there a ceiling?
Well, certainly there's a biological ceiling, but we're not close to it yet. There's more improvement in the Holstein breed, and if you look at the Jerseys, they're even higher butterfat and protein levels, so we have a lot of upside in this story yet.
So then what is the takeaway for USDA, those who are measuring our fluid milk? What do we do next?
We should continue to measure milk production. It's certainly, the volume is certainly a staple, but we need to factor in the butterfat and protein. Butterfat data is a little more widely available than protein right now. We can collect that through the infamous federal milk marketing orders, but we need to get it out of silos and get it in one place and start sharing that for not only the sake of dairy farmers, but dairy processors too, in the benefit of the entire dairy industry.
But farmers know in the end the pounds do matter, right, as well as the components. You had kind of an interesting philosophy on that. We need to look at both.
We need to look at both, absolutely.
All right, well, Corey, we appreciate you sharing your report with us. You can read it in its entirety. We highly recommend that. We'll have a link for you in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com.
Good morning, I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Staniak. After the really dry month of September that we've had and even into October, and that created that drought across a majority of the Midwest, it was nice to see almost 3 inches of rainfall come through in some spots, especially across the Fox Valley this past week. We're now about an inch and almost an inch and a quarter above where we should be for the month of November for precipitation here in Green Bay. Numbers back into the positives, even further to our west for the Dakotas, still a little bit below average the further north and west you go into International Falls, but a majority of the Midwest, especially areas now to our south and west that were experiencing extreme droughts earlier this fall, are now into the positive. St. Louis, Missouri, almost 8 inches above where they should be for precipitation for this month. Now, as we head through the next couple of days, we will continue to see rain continue on, so better chances coming soon. However, as since January 1st until now, nice to see this number here in Green Bay for liquid precipitation is now at almost 32 inches for the entire year. Still holding on into the teens over into the Dakotas, about 13 inches of liquid precipitation accumulated down into Denver, Colorado, and almost at 40 inches of rainfall areas to our south and east, including Louisville and into Indianapolis. Now, over the next 10 days or so, we do have another chance to accumulate rainfall anywhere from 1/10 of an inch areas west of Green Bay and west of Wisconsin, upwards of about 1/2 inch to maybe even an inch of rainfall coming through for the eastern part of the Midwest. Now, a majority of the country will be in this above average category for precipitation as we head through the next 2 weeks, so better rain chances are coming. This also brings the chance for some spots to see those cooler temperatures drop in. We could even see some snowfall return with that, not necessarily here in Green Bay, but some spots across the Midwest could see that. Now, here's the NOAA winter precipitation outlook for December to February. They've released it. Areas across the southern half of the country are going to be below normal for precip. Here in the northern parts of the Midwest, looks like we'll stay above normal for precip, and then through the northwestern part of our country, also going to be above normal as well. Cooler air lingers to the western half of the country. Throughout most of the Midwest, we're starting to see those temperatures return to above average, but our average high temperature is much cooler this time of the year, so we're really only looking at mild temps to return throughout the next week to week and a half to even 2 weeks. We do have the chance to go either above or below for temperatures as we head through the winter months, likely above temperatures for most of the south and eastern half of our country. Below normal temperatures are expected through the northwest. Rain chances return as we head into the end of this weekend, especially here in the Badger State and through places across the Ohio Valley. That'll start to clear as we head into Monday. By late on Tuesday and even into early Wednesday, you'll notice cloud cover will return. That's ahead of another small rain chance that moves back in on Thursday. Thank you for watching this edition of Midwest Farm Weekly. We'll see you back again next week.